Hello everyone, White Box here with another game of Spirit Island. So I'm going on to Russia now, Russia 6, and the previous games I've paired Volcano with a couple of supporting spirits. So I paired him with Memory to get a lot of support with cards and elements, and then I paired him with Bringer of Dreams and Nightmares with the enticing aspect, which ended up being just like Finder, and just very much positional and control spirit helping out. This time, I'm going to pair him with another powerful offensive spirit and defensive in Stone's Unyielding Defiance. Stone considered one of the best spirits in the game, so I want to see how Volcano does when paired with another very powerful spirit and see if it can hold its own. So, I've got everything set up here for Russia 6. I think my decks are shuffled a little bit better than they have been the previous couple games, so hopefully I'll get some new cards, at least for the events and the Healthy Island, Blighted Island cards. And yeah, I'm ready to go. So, Volcano is going to do a standard opening, so we'll go 2 presents with growth 2 from top and bottom. I get 2 energy. And I'll probably stick with playing Reign of Ash. I think it's a pretty solid first turn card. And I can use that on c5 just to move stuff around and clear that out. So I think that'll be okay. For Volcano, or for Stone, it's been a little while since I played Stone. I think the last game I played Stone was a game for my channel, actually, against Prussia 6. Stone very strong, so shouldn't be too challenging here. And I'm just going to go straight down top track and see how they do. Now, I've heard Stone does pretty good against Russia. I can see that, but they might have to be a little bit careful with the beasts and protecting them, because Stone doesn't kind of wants the invaders to ravage, but if they are ravaging, even if it's coming from the box, they still kill the beasts and gather those, and I don't really want that. So D3 is going to be something I have to watch out for. But I think I want to stack up energy this first turn. I'm not going to gain a power card just yet, because next turn I'm going to get a minor and probably a major as well. So let's go with top. So I'm going to have 6 energy. Stone is a crazy spirit. I could start... Well, I want to get into the lands that they're going to blight, so I can take stuff from the box, probably. Stubborn Solidarity, yeah, I think that's fine. So yeah, let's go in there. I get 6 energy, so I'll get 3 1s and a 3. I don't need Scarred and Stony Land. I don't need Stubborn Solidarity yet. Jagged Shards push up from the earth, maybe, just to move some Dahan around. It's free. That's probably the way to go. Destroy a town. Yeah. It's 1 range, so can't destroy that. Okay. Yeah, let's do Jagged Shards push up from the earth. It's free, so I'm just going to be stockpiling energy, which will be good, because I'm not going to get to this 4 earth for a little while. I'm going straight top. I think a lot of people on turn like 3 like to take 1 from bottom to unlock that extra earth, so they have 4 earth on the reclaim, or maybe it's turn 2, I'm not sure. On top track, I'm going straight top, so having extra energy is going to be good for paying for this innate. So that's that. And I think I'm all set. I have no fast powers that I'm using, so I go straight to the invader phase, flip an event for timing, build in wetlands. I got a bunch of towns. Ah, there we go. And then explore into jungle. No beasts in my jungle, so that's okay. I'm going to be able to let some of those, let one of those on each board go, so I can avoid the Russia escalation in 2 turns. I guess it'll be next 2 turns, yeah. So that's fine. And yeah, that's okay, actually. So I think I'm good, so let's go into slow powers. Slow powers here, I've got Rain of Ash. I'm going to push these two, so I get 2 fear for this. Push these two, let's go into this land. Move my volcano at one point, but I think here in this on the side for now is good. And I can push these two as well. Let's push them into here where the beast is, just to set up for that. I guess I do have a beast in jungles. So that's my Rain of Ash. I'm going to have to do something with C8 because I don't want them to do anything about that. But I'll see what cards I get. I think I'll be okay. Okay, so that's fine. Next, we've got Jagged Shards push up from the earth. So it's out of Badlands at a range 1 and push up to 2 Dahan. Let's go with here. Yeah. Actually, push Dahan in there. It doesn't really make sense. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to that. I might have to let that go. Which is a little risky, but we'll see what cards I get. So yeah, I think that's fine. Alright, and that's it. So now we go to next turn, discard cards, and go back to growth. And let's get some cards. So I'm going for growth 3 on Volcano, so it's going to is against Russia because they get lots of actions. Usually not going to be a lot of built up lands, at least not with towns and cities. So I've got Delusions of Danger, actually probably decent here. It doesn't have an earth though. Sky Stretches to Shore is pretty good. Drift Down to Slumber could be quite good actually. Yeah, I like Drift Down into Slumber. It's got Earth Defense, so that'll solve C4 next turn. So that's good. I get 2 energy for that. Add a Presence from bottom. And get 2 energy. And I have 2 card plays. I think I might have to do a Pyroclast to Embargment because I want to clear C8 out. This is very expensive to do this, but I think I might have to. So let's go with Pyroclast of Embargment and Exaltation of Molten Stone. Not a very efficient use of Pyroclast of Embargment. I'm going to have to combine it with a Volcanic Eruption to clear this out. Reason being that I don't want that beast to die. So I think it's okay. Alright. With Earth, I'm going to gain a power card. I'm going to gain, I think, a major. No, let's stick with a minor for now. So there's nothing that really necessitates a major at this point against Russia. So Elemental Boon is nice. Hazard Spread could be really good. Get me extra beasts on the board. Call the Ferocity is not bad. Since its fire is not great. I think I like Hazard Spread here. It does have Earth, which is nice. That's what I'm looking for. And Plant could be good eventually. But the best thing is duplicating Badlands and Beasts. So that'll be really strong, I think. I don't have a Sacred Site right now, but I can get one pretty easily. Okay, so that's that power card. I add a Presence. And do I want to make a Sacred Site or start moving towards the other side of the board? I think if I go in D2, it'll be a good point for letting them break themselves against the stone. I can at least do 2 damage with that. Combo that with Shatter Ground. Oh, where am I? Forgot my starting diseases. So I might be able to destroy that city next turn with let them break themselves against the stone. So yeah, let's get into that land so I can start doing that. think that's good. So I unlocked a minor card as well, so I'm going to take a minor. Gain a minor, I should say. Alright, so minors here. I've got Gift of Constancy is great. Actually, elements are excellent here as well. So it's a powerful card, but I am going against Russia 6, which is a difficult adversary, and I'm not super experienced into it, so I think I'm just got to take the strongest card, which is Gift of Constancy. So that's going to be really strong this game. Alright. I am giving up 2 Blight, potentially, which I don't love, but it is what it is. I've got 2 card plays, get 3 more energy. But I'm going to be spending a bunch of it on holding the island fast with the Bulwark of Will. Scarred and Stony Land is going to be important in this game. And let's go with Gift of Constancy and Stubborn Solidarity. Okay, so that'll be good. I've only got 2 Earth, so yeah, I think I'm ready. So let's go into fast power. So first fast power I'm going to use hold the island fast with the Bulwark of Will on myself. So when Blight is added to the box rather than from the card, which is going to be good. Stubborn Solidarity is going to go into D1, so let's defend 1 per Dahan, and Dahan in that land cannot be changed. Gift of Constancy is going over to Volcano, so Volcano gets 2 energy, and it can reclaim 1 at the end of its turn. Don't know where all my 1s end up. Alright, so that's that. Volcano is going to do Exaltation of Molten Stone, so these spirits are going to give each other a bunch of energy, actually, throughout this game. So Volcano is going to get 2 more energy, and 1 over for Stone, I think is the way to go, because Stone's just got a ton right now. It is going to spend a lot, but for now it's okay. And Stone does have +1 range for targeting from mountains, but that doesn't really matter this turn. Then I've got to do Pyroclastic Bombardment over into this land, which will destroy that town. Very inefficient use of it, but that's fine. And then a 2 Presence Volcanic Eruption, targeting this land, so it'll do 2 damage. And with the 2 stack getting destroyed here, that will destroy that town for a fear. And let me get a sense for the timing. Presence destruction now, so I won't get to destroy this guy again. That would be interesting. But yeah, that's how that works. Alright. So I think I am done with my fast powers, so I'm going into the invader phase. So we've got an event, focused farming. On each board, add 1, and let's see, they are going to add 1 and 1, but that's totally fine. I'm okay with that. Yeah, no, this is okay. All right, so focus farming. On each board, add 1 explorer and 1 town to a land with towns or blight. I don't love that. I guess I can just stack up in C6, because that's fine for now. Stack up here in D7. Okay. Explorer's Blunder. On each board, destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. So that'll get destroyed and then pushed in here, which is okay, because those Dahan are not getting changed, so I got a fear for that. On each board, destroy 2, so this one will also get destroyed. So let's push him into that sands for another fear. And then same thing happens here. So this guy's getting destroyed, and I'll push him into this sands for another fear. You can get a lot of fear against Russia with all the explorer pushes. Yeah, So Explorers blundered quite a bit. Offerings of Story and Season, each spirit with at least 3 Dahan among its lands, which I do on stone, may gain 1 energy and reclaim a card. That's pretty nice. Okay, that's that. I got myself a Fear card somehow. So Terror level 1. Each player may place against Russia. I'm not going to do that. So that's a bad idea. Alright, now we go into the Ravage. They're going to Ravage in Wetlands. So right here, successfully Ravage. I'm going to pay 2 energy to take the Blight from the box. Dahan are immune, thanks to Stubborn Solidarity, so they will fight back, destroy all of these guys. And this guy will get pushed. Push him up in the corner. And I get 2 Fear for that. 1 for the fleeing explorer and 1 for the town. Right here, they will successfully Blight. I couldn't stop that. Maybe I could have, but it would have been a lot of work. And they take 1 animal. Not great. And then no Ravages on this board, which means that I do add a town and an explorer in lands with most towns. Which means there are now 3 explorers in that land. I'm going to have to do something about that pretty soon. But I am Volcano, so I think I can. Okay. Build in jungle. And then explore mountains. That's fine. Okay, that's that. Alright, so now we go into slow powers. I'm going to use Powered by the Furnace of the Earth to get a presence back here. I could gain a power card as well. It's probably a good idea, just so I can see more cards for something that will potentially deal with C6 before the Ravage. So yeah, I'm going to spend 2 energy for a major. I've got nothing fast. Strangling Firevine I can't use, so that's going away. Grant Hatred is the worst major in the game. And I've got 2 others that are not fantastic. So that was a rough draw. I guess I'll get Tsunami. I could maybe... I don't even have any water. This is a pretty awful draw. I might just not take any. Just getting these majors out of the game is good enough, I guess, so I have better luck next time. Yeah, I'm not going to take a major. That's pointless. Tsunami's not awful, but really I want a smaller major that I can use more often, which would be a little bit better. So, a little bit of a waste, but at least I get those majors out of the deck. So next round might be a little bit more useful against Russia. Alright, that was that. No fast or no slow cards on Earth, so I'm gonna... or Stone. Discard cards. I get to reclaim 1 on each of these spirits. I guess I will reclaim Stubborn Solidarity. I could just reclaim Gift of Constancy, which is nice. I'm going to take Pyroclasm Bombardment back with Volcano. I think I have a plan for. And I'm going to get Stubborn Solidarity back with Stone, because I can do that up in D6. Okay, cool. So that is that. Reset everything, and now go into the next turn. So how much energy? I'm going to have a decent amount of energy. I can probably just let the Ravage happen. So I can defend C1 and instead let them Ravage in C6. Which is fine, I think. So I won't worry about destroying everything there this turn, which means I can go for a slow power instead. So let's gain my 2 energy. I'm going to gain, I think, a minor. Hmm. If I can get like Scour the Land or something as a minor, that would be sweet. Yeah, let's go for it. I'll have 6 energy this turn, and I'm not playing Pyroclastic Bombardment this turn. I'm saving it for next. Nah, let's go for a minor. Gold's Allure is a nice one. It can be quite strong. It's got good elements as well. Sear Anger. I think I like Gold's Allure. Yeah, why not? Let's go for that one. It's on element, which is great. Okay, yeah, that should be alright. C3 I'll worry about next time. Okay, so that's good. I do add a presence. I'm gonna go from bottom still. So now I'll have 3 card plays this turn. Maybe I should have taken one of those majors. I don't know. They were just not good, though. Yeah, it's too late. I've already seen other cards, so I'm not going to retcon that. I will live with my decision and move on to the next turn. With Stone, I've got a decent number of energy, so I'll probably gain a power. Let's see, I'm going to have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 energy this turn, so I think I'll go for a power card. Keep working my way over to the other side of the island. If I can get that beast out of D8, that would be great, but I don't know that I can. So I'm surprised protecting the beasts is kind of an issue. Alright, well let's go for a minor. I'm gonna go for a major. Well, I've got Gift of Constancy and discard. I don't really want to forget that. So yeah, I'll go for another minor. I'm gonna be putting off this reclaim for a while, but I think that's fine. Unless I want to start getting over here. Yeah, I'm good. Alright. So I've got Treacherous Waterways is okay. I can push out of here, which is good. Does have Earth. Yeah, that should be a good one. Okay, going with Treacherous Waterways. Alright, going from top still. Let's go in here. So I can take both the Blight this turn that I'm taking from the box rather than from the card. Now, and I wanted Stubborn Solidarity. I can't do everything that I wanted this turn because I only got 2 card plays. If I had 3, it would be perfect. But it's possible I'll get help from an event or a fear card if I get one. So yeah, let's go with Stubborn Solidarity and Treacherous Waterways. Now the Hun's gonna die anyway. So yeah, I can't really do what I wanted to do there. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. Alright. So these are my 2 cards. I do get 4 energy from my tracks. And I'm definitely gonna start getting majors soon. Next turn I'll have 3 card plays and I can get some majors, so that's that. Okay, looks good. So let's go into fast powers on Volcano. I have 3. So I'm gonna save Pyroclastic Bombardment and play my other 3 cards. I could just do 2. I'm not hitting like an extra threshold this turn, so I could save Gold's Allure. might be worth it. Just so I have better elements for next turn. So I'm not doing a big eruption this turn. I don't have to. Next turn is going to be a decent sized eruption. So yeah, let me save this. I'm going to underplay and just play 2. That way I can make sure that I hit the elements that I need for next turn. Yeah, that should be fine. And I've got 3 earth still, so that's what I need. Okay, and I am back. So I think I've got everything here set up the way it was supposed to be. I didn't take my presence energy with Volcano yet, so I'm going to grab that. And I should be ready to go into the fast powers. So first fast power I'm using is Drift Down to Slumber. I'm going to defend 4 up in this land. It's 2 range, but it's actually 3 range from my Volcano, so I can reach that easily. And that'll be good. So I'll let a Blight go through on C6, but I'll stop every other Blight. Okay. On board, or on not doing an explosive eruption, so I think that's good. Over on stone, I'm going to use Treacherous Waterways, just to push this Explorer. May as well stop them from building. And I'll push into there, because that's going to ravage anyway. And I'm using Stubborn Solidarity in that land. So, defend 1 per Dahan, and Dahan in that land cannot be changed. So I'll be able to at least kill 1 Explorer. Also use Hold the Island Fast with a Bulwark of Will on myself, so when Blight is added to one of my lands, I can use 2 energy to take it from the box rather than the card. I've still only got 2 earth, so I'm not getting Let Them Break Themselves against the stone yet. Again, that's why a lot of people do go for this this earth bottom earlier, but I want that 3rd card play. I think that's going to be key against Russia, so the faster I can get that, the better. Alright, so I think that's everything. Let's go into the invader phase. My event is Visions Out of Time. Haven't seen this one in a little while. A spirit more loosely time-ward than most warns of catastrophe's subtle seeds. Each spirit chooses to let the warning waft into days past, lose 1 energy, and replace your most expensive non-unique power card in hand or discard, combined, with 1 of the same type. Reveal your top 4 cards of the deck, take 1, put it where your card is, and then put your card into that deck's discard. Or head off the problems yourself. Add 1 Omen token to the land without omens that has the most invaders. Should be here. After the Ravage step, 2 fear, and they ravage again, remove 1 omen. Okay, I don't love that. So I'll probably go with the first option. So let the warning waft into days past. Okay, so each spirit chooses this. Okay. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna lose 1 energy from each spirit to go for the first option. Most expensive unique. Oh, non-unique, okay. That's good. So the most expensive non-unique in my hand or discard is Gold's Allure, actually, which is 0 cost. So I'm going to reveal that. So hopefully I can get another Fire Earth card. And of course I don't. So that's going to make this a little bit tricky, actually, for next turn. So no Earth cards. Scream Disease into the Wind, plus range is okay. Might go Uncanny Melting just because Blight removal is pretty good into Russia. It's completely off element, but I think that's fine. Okay, most expensive non-unique over here is going to be Hazard Spread or Gift of Constancy. Both fantastic cards. I kind of want Hazard Spread in order to get the, I think Gift of Constancy is better. I can probably find another way to get beasts, so I'll discard that. Get a different miner. And I've got a couple Earth options here. Rights of the Land's rejection is not bad. Renewing Rain could be good. More Blight removal, pretty good into Russia. And Call the Guard is great. And between Renewing Rain and Call the Guard, so let's go down with that. I think Call the Guard's going to be good, because I can guard the land with beasts. That way, every time they add presence there, I just do 1 damage to each added invader. So yeah, I think Call the Guard is going to be cool here against the Russia escalation. So let's go with that. Prey on the Heedless, and each land with beasts, 1 damage per beast, 1 damage here. That'll push that guy out for a fear. And that's it. Strength from Trade, lands with Dahan have defend 2. Cool. And lands with, so that's actually defended 4, but they're doing 6 damage. That's fine. Okay. In lands with towns and cities and no Dahan, Ravage actions do +1 damage. Okay. No fear card, so let's go into the Ravage. 2 Ravages happening on this board, both coming from the box. Just 4 energy. This Dahan does die, unfortunately. But these 2 survive and fight back. Getting me 2 fear, and we'll push that guy into... Don't love my options, but I think I'll push him there. So that's 2 fear. This one's defended 6 now, actually, so no damage. Dahan will fight back. I'll help him kill the town. This one ravages as well, or Dahan will die. And we get that. Okay. So those are my ravages. Next we go into builds, build in mountain. So I've got a couple of those. Right there. And exploring jungle with the escalation. So escalation, both of the escalation explorers have to go up here. That land is not good. Don't know what I'm gonna do there. I'm doing my escalations first, so let's go. I'll just split them up on this board. And jungle. Okay, a little scary. Alright, so that's that. I'm going into slow powers. I'm going lava flows. Add a wilds and a badlands into this land. Powered by the Furnace of the Earth to get this presence back. I think I also want to gain a power card. Let's gain a miner. Fishing for fire and earth. That's good. Defend 10 as well, but it only happens in my mountains, so it's not the most useful in the world. Mostly get it for the elements, though. So yeah, let's do quick in the earth struggles. Actually, I do have extra range for my mountains, so that can be quite good. Yeah. Okay. And that's that. Discard cards. Go back to growth, and this will be my last turn before I have to head out, I think. Take a quick break, check on my biscuits. Alright, and I am back after a lengthy break. So going into this next turn, there are a couple big issues that I have to deal with. So first, C6, still a hunting ground, so I do have to deal with that. But I have a plan for it. I should be able to take care of that with Volcano, no problem. So let me go ahead and deal with Volcano's turn before I get to Stone, which is a little bit more complicated. So with Volcano, I still do have a couple of cards in hand, so I'm going to do a Grow 3, get another power card, and I do have 2 Earth cards in hand, so I should be good to keep growing from bottom. I want to get to that 3rd card play before I reclaim if I can. So let's go for that. So I'll go from bottom. I get 2 energy. I'll just get the 4 energy total for this turn. And I gain a power card. I do want to start taking majors. I don't know if I need to this turn. The cards that I have in hand are pretty good. Drift Down into Slumber is a nice card for this coming turn, although they're going to have more dudes in each of those jungle than I can defend with just that card. So getting a major, probably okay. I'm not going to have a ton of energy for it, but I don't need to play it this turn. I can save it till next turn. So let's get a major, and I'll see if I can start planning for that. So let's see, I've got a couple interesting ones here. So Melt Earth into Quicksand is not terrible. Damage, Isolate. Oh, 2 damage is enough to make that so it's not a hunting ground, which means that I wouldn't have to worry about it this turn, so that's not bad. It's a hard threshold for me to hit. So that's, let's see. Fire and Flood, a little too expensive, I'm not going to grab that. Pent-Up Calamity won't let me add beasts. I'm not going to remove beasts with it, so it's okay. The elements are great. Normally it is a fantastic card that I'm okay with, but in this particular game I don't love it. Although it can be just a 4 damage nuke into this land. I wonder if I can threshold it this turn. I can. So 4 damage nuke into that land, and then I don't have to use Pyroclastic Bombardment there, but I think I want to anyway, because I can destroy a lot of stuff in that land, get a bunch of fear, and that's fine. Still tempting as a card, so we'll see about that. Manifest Incarnation's not a good card in this particular game, so I'm not taking that. I'm not taking Fire and Flood, so I'm between Melt Earth into Quicksand and Pent-Up Calamity. And I get extra range, so I can target a lot of the board with Pent-Up Calamity. Wetlands isn't up yet, but the Isolate is nice as well, because it can actually kill explorers with Melt Earth into Quicksand. And start whittling some of these guys down, because there's going to be a lot. So I could kill 3 explorers in C6 with Melt Earth into Quicksand, which is probably okay. And then use my Eruption to deal with C4, maybe? You like both of these? Let's see, I just need to do a 3-stack Eruption in C7, technically. I don't need to do a 4-stack. But I might end up doing a 4-stack just because it gives a lot of fear. Am I close to the Fear Bomb? No, I'm still a fear card away. And I know that it's not going to be jungle, so if I can clear out like the wetlands and, well, having some more information about what stage 2 cards are out might be a little bit better, so I can clean up some lands. Pent-up Calamity or Melt Earth into Quicksand. Pent-up Calamity is probably just better. It's better elements, easier to threshold, and it's cheaper. Yeah, let's take Pent-up Calamity. I have a plan for that. I'm going to forget Drift Down into Slumber from discard. Alright, and I have 3 card plays. And I don't have to play Pyroclastic Bombardment this turn because of Pent-up Calamity. So let's go with that. I want to clear out C4. Probably clean up Blight as well. So yeah, I'll save Pyroclastic Bombardment. And I think just go with Pent-up Calamity, Quicken the Earth's Struggles, and Uncanny Melting. How much damage? They're doing 12 damage there, so yeah, even Quicken the Earth's Struggles wouldn't be enough to defend that. But that's okay, I don't need to, so yeah. So what do I want to do here? I could force them to Ravage in C4 and just defend it. That is interesting, actually. I think I like that. Okay, so I've got a plan here with Volcano. That should be pretty good. We'll see. But I think I like it. Okay, so Volcano's good. Next I go over here to Stone. And Stone's got a big problem. Basically, this D8 land up here is going to Ravage this turn twice, actually, because it's both a mining... It's not a mining land, it's both a hunting ground as well as just a mountain. So that's going to Ravage twice. So I'm okay with it ravaging normally, except that I don't want them to destroy that beast. So I'd rather let the Russia 6 effect go through if I can avoid blading on this board completely, just because of where that beast is. It's not game ending if they do take that beast, but it would put me in a pretty tough position because then suddenly I'm just flooding board C with explorers, and that is difficult to deal with. So I don't want to have to worry about that. I need to draw something that's going to deal with D8. And to that end, I think I want to go for a major. Now, normally you don't want to draft a major to solve a problem this turn because likely you're not going to get a major that will deal with it. And you saw of the things that I've drafted so far, the basically 4 drafts that or the 2 major power drafts that I've had so far, none of the 8 powers that I've drawn would deal with D8. However, I can think of at least a dozen powers offhand that would. I say pretty good. It's probably still like I'd say probably a 50-50 shot. I'd have to do the math afterwards. That there is going to be a card that deals with D8. So I'm going to take a shot at it, gain a major, and if it doesn't work out, that's okay. It's not game losing. Let's see what I draw. So, yeah, so there's one. So I've got Voice of Command, Smothering Infestation, Utter Curse of Dread and Bone, and Flocking Red Talons. So, not taking either of these slow majors. I'm not even going to look at them. They're not great anyway. And instead, I'll take a look at these 2. Flocking Red Talons is one that adds beasts, which I really want, because that's kind of the weakness here with Stone, is that it doesn't defend the beasts. So Flocking Red Talons, 3 range from a wetlands, which I have a presence in wetlands. Add 1 beast, move up to 2 beasts within 3 range to target land. For each beast present, choose a different invader, 1 damage to each of those invaders. Push 1 explorer or town per beast. That could be quite strong. So I think that's going to be my card, because I would kill 2 explorers. Push 1. And then there'd be 2 left, which I could push out. So that would empty that land out, and I wouldn't have to worry about it. And I could force a Ravage somewhere else to avoid the Russia 6 effect, take that Ravage from the box instead of from the card. So yeah, that should be fine. I think I'm going to take Flocking Red Talons. Off element, but that's totally okay. Voice of Command, also great. 1 damage per town or explorer to towns and cities only, defend 2, and then during Ravage actions, the explorers fight alongside Dahan. I think I used this card to beat Russia 6 the last time I took them on, but in this particular case, Flocking Red Talons is the way that I want to go. And I'm just going to forget Treacherous Waterways from discard. I'm not going to get the let them break themselves against the stone, because this doesn't have earth, but I'm only letting 1 Ravage go through. Reclaim, and then I'm going to have a lot of earth for that. So that's fine. Ravage, or add a presence at 1 range. Let's go for... I'm going to defend that. I want a Ravage to go through on this board, but I'm going to let... Well, I want a Blight to go through. Because otherwise C1 is going to be a big problem. Well, we'll see. If it doesn't go through, it's not the end of the world. I think I can deal with it. I'm going to stack up a bunch in D7 as well, because I think that I'm fine there. So, yeah, let's go. And finally start getting over to Volcano's board. I get another miner, so let's take a miner power. And we'll see, maybe I can get something that can help me threshold Flocking Red Talons. I do need to play 2 cards with Earth. For Flocking Red Talons, it's air plant to animal. Yeah, it's a little tough. Well, I could gather those Dahan out of C3 just to let that land Blight. Because if I... Well, no, because then I won't have the Earth. I don't love any of these cards, really. Probably just go favor of the Sun and Starlit Dark. Reach and Grasp for Volcano might be okay, just so it can reach all across the board. So I'll take that. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but that's fine. So I have 3 card plays. I get 4 energy. And I'm going to play Flocking Red Talons, and then I need 2 Earth cards. So let's go with Call to Guard. As well as... Probably start removing some of this Blight maybe with Scarred and Stony Land. Let's see. I've got some options. Turn. I can always have a Sacred Site there and just absorb the damage, but probably Scarred and Stony Land is going to be okay there, I think. Just to remove that Blight, and then I don't have to worry about having a Sacred Site there. I can also destroy the town that they build, and let them break themselves against the stone next turn. So yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, that's that turn. Okay, let's do fast power. So I've got a couple here, actually a lot. So first up, let's do Pent-Up Calamity. I have that thresholded. So I'm going to remove the wilds here. thanks to my Badlands. So I'm going to destroy 2 of these explorers and 1 town. One of those explorers is going to get pushed, so that's 2 fear. 1 for the town, 1 for the explorer. And after I get this next fear card, I'm going to get a fear bomb, so I have to be careful about that. Okay, and since I had that thresholded, I add this back here, and I push that extra explorer into this land, into C7. So I've got a nice stack right there. Then I'm going to use Quicken the Earth Struggles to do a defend 10 here in C4. I can cast that at range thanks to my big stack here. And then I'm going to do an eruption. So let's do a level 2 eruption. I'm going to destroy 4 presents. Erupting into C6, so that's 5 damage there. So actually, let's do this in order, because the order does matter. So first, my presence gets destroyed, so that's going to do damage here with my Blast of Steam, or Blast of Column, whatever it's called. Collapse in a Blast of Lava and Steam. So that's going to be 5 damage here in this land with the Badlands. So my 1 explorer is going to get pushed into this land. That's a fear. The rest of these will get destroyed. It's another fear for the town. And I'm probably going to get my fear bomb this turn. That might be bad. I don't know. Maybe I messed up with that. I think I'm in a position where I can probably deal with it, so it should be all right. So that's that. Then we get the 4 damage, 5 damage into this land. Destroy the 2 towns. For 2 fear. This guy gets pushed. I'll push him into here. That's an extra fear. And then 4 fear from the level 2 effect. That will get my first fear bomb, which is Sands, which is probably good, actually. Since I just emptied that out, I'm not too worried. I don't have to worry about C6. And the other Sands are kind of okay. This one's empty, that one is fine. So they're going to build, but that's okay. If I was going to pull 1 card, I think that's the best one to pull. Okay. So that was Explosive Eruption. And I think I'm done with Volcano. So moving on over here to Stone. I'm going to do Flocking Red Talons over into that land. So I add a beast. I don't have any other beasts within range 3. Nope. But that's okay, I only need the 2. So for each beast present, choose a different invader, 2 damage to each of those invaders, and I will kill 2 explorers, one of which gets pushed. I'll push him into here, and I could force Ravage in this land. They'll Ravage and build, but I think that's okay. I can deal with that, just so I can avoid the Russia 6 effect. So that's fine. So 1 fear. I also push these 2 into this land. Don't really care about how much damage they're doing, so 1 more, or no fear for that. Okay. So that's that, and I'll be able to deal with that next turn with a 2nd level, let them break themselves against the stone, so that's not a problem. Then I've got Hold the Island Fast with a Bulwark of Will, so when Blight is added, I can pay 2 to pick it from the box instead of from the card. And finally, I've called the guard, and I could stop them from... but I think I might have to let that go through. It might be better to set up a guard over here. And I'll just let them kill the Dahan there. I don't love that. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to entrench. Yeah, C1 is going to be an issue. But maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine. Okay. It's not fine, but you know, I'll deal with it. I'll figure something out. So yeah, I will do call the guard into C3. Going to gather a Dahan, and this land is defended 3. Yeah, it'll be okay, I think, because they'll kill. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So now we go into an event. We've got Ethereal Conjunction. So a confluence of spiritual forces gathers into an unformed maelstrom. Each chooses to endure its forces as best you can, destroy 1 presence, and lose 1 energy. Oh, that's not great. Or seek to control it, though it exhausts you. Player discard, put it into play without paying its cost. Use it immediately, even if it already was used this turn, and then forget it, and then discard all power cards from hand. Okay. So I think... Huh. I don't have a lot of range. Use it in hand, play, or discard. Interesting. So it doesn't have to be something in hand. So I could do Exaltation of Molten Stone just to get a burst of energy. Rain of Ash would get a couple Fear. Only got 1 range though, so it's not fantastic since I don't have extra range at the moment. So yeah, let's, with Volcano, I'm going to go ahead and use Exaltation of Molten Stone right away. So I just get 2 energy for both spirits. And then forget this card. And Stone has an extra range from Mountain this turn, which could come into play. I wonder if I could have done something better. Let's see, let them break themselves against the stone. I'm going to have a 2nd level up there, so I'm going to do like an enormous amount of damage back to them. So yeah, I think I'm okay with that. I don't need to worry about that land, really. Jagged Shards push up from the earth could be good. Could do a 2nd Call the Guard somewhere. That would deal with the Russia escalation. I do like Call the Guard though, so I don't love the... Oh, and discard all power cards from hand, which is fine. I was hoping not... Okay, I think. For stone, I am going to reclaim anyway next turn, so that's not a big deal. And you use it immediately, so I think that means if even if it's a slow power, you resolve the effect immediately, I think. Is what that works out to. But I don't have anything that can damage those things. Let's see. So yeah, let's do Jagged Shards push up from the earth. because that'll let me get a Badlands into... Well, the Badlands are better. I'm gonna save that. I think that's a better card. Instead, I'll do Plows, Shatter on Rocky Ground to do 1 damage here to this city. And then I forget this card and discard my hand. Okay, I think that'll be fine. Then we've got irregular outbreaks. Disease doesn't prevent builds this invader phase. 1 fear per board with disease. And 10 to Living Earth on each board with 5 or more Dahan, which is both... Nope, just board C. Remove 1 Blight in a land with Dahan. But my Dahan aren't in lands with Blights, so that was a little unfortunate. Oh well. 2 Fear cards, Stair level 1. We've got Dahan attack. Each player removes 1 Explorer from a land with Dahan. Yeah, let's do both of those, actually. No, I think that one's better. It's more likely that Coastal's going to come up, so I'd rather just clean out C1, I think, because I can deal with D6 a little bit easier. It's closer to Stone's lands, so I'm just going to empty this land. Stop a build. Could do it. Well, no, there's no Dahan there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's good. And it's remove, not destroy, so that's awesome. And then Tall Tales of Savagery. Each player removes 1 Explorer from a land with Dahan. Okay, interesting. Got the same effect twice in a row. Well, let's go with that guy. I'll stop another build. And, yeah, I guess here. Just keep pinging these lone lands with Explorers. Nice. That works out pretty well. Alright, then we go to the Ravage. They're going to Ravage in mountains. So empty, empty, empty. They will Ravage here. It is defended 3. They're doing 4 damage. So one of these takes damage. We'll fight back. And this guy I will push over here. That's 2 fear, 1 from pushing the Explorer, and 1 from the town destruction. Ravage cards also match lands with 3 or more invaders, so that's going to be here. So that will be they're doing 8 damage in this land, but I'm defending it 10. Dahan will fight back, kill 3 Explorers, push him back into my volcano, and that's a fear. And then the other land with 3 or more invaders is up here. They will successfully blight that, which is fine. And I'll take that from the box and deal with that land next turn. Okay, so that's fine. So Ravages are done. We get a double build, so build into jungles first. Most of the jungles are clear. So it's just 1. And build in sands. So we get a city up here. My first city build, actually. Down there. And that's an easy one to let go next turn. Then we've got the Explorer. It is coastal. Okay, that's fine. And then I did successfully prevent any Ravages from going through on board C. Actually not ideal, because that means that they are going to have that pressure for fast profit. And these guys will get added here, which is a little bit scary. That's going to Ravage twice and then also build. So that's a problem, but a problem for a future turn. Deal with it, okay. Alright. So that's that. Next we go into slow powers. So I've got a couple here. First, let's do Powered by the Furnace of the Earth to get my extra range. So I'm going to add a presence back. I'm not going to gain a power card. I'm going to go into a reclaim, so that's fine. I do have Uncanny Melting, which I can use at a range now. So let's throw that over onto the coast. Range 2 from this Sacred Site. Remove that Blight, and get a Fear. It's another Fear card. Putting me 1 away from character level 2, which I should be able to get next turn. So that was Uncanny Melting. Next is going to be Scarred and Stony Land. I could use that in either the coastal land or that sands, which is kind of scary. I'm going to use it in the coast here and do T damage and destroy that city. And it removes this Blight from the game, not back to the card. Also adds a Badlands, which is pretty good. Okay, does a lot. It's a good card. All right, so that was that. Next up, we've got let's see. I think that was it, right? Yeah. So discard cards and go back to growth. All right. Reclaim. Which is fine. Let's do stone first because I think it's a little easier. I'm just going to add a presence, I think from top. Still, yeah, I'm going to go for that, go for 4 card plays a little bit quicker. And I'm going to have 5 earth this turn that I need. So yeah, let's go from top. I do need a Sacred Site here to absorb that land. Get 6 energy. Stone's top track is just insane. I have 2 earth. And I've got a bunch of good cards to play. Let's see, Scarred and Stony Land. They will ravage twice here. That's dangerous. I can probably do something about that. Yeah, I could do Flocking Red Talons there, but no, I need the extra stone. To get to 4 card plays sooner. But I think having the extra stone just gives me a little bit more flexibility this turn. So let's go with Flocking Red Talons. Because I don't want 2 ravages to happen here. 1 is fine. And if they destroy a beast, that's fine because I'm adding a beast anyway. Although I should push everything out, so I think I'll be good there. Yeah, so that's good. I can call the guard and guard this land, which will be really strong. Okay, this one's ravaging, but I can just let that happen. Not too worried about it. Even if it comes from the card, I have 4 left on the card, so it's... More card, I need something with Earth, which is every card except Reaching Grasp. Probably Scarred and Stony Land, so that if anything's left over in D7, I can clear it out. Or I can use it to clean out D1. A couple options here. But the Blight removals is going to be good. Or I can just do Gift of Constancy, maybe. Yeah, let's go with that. It's too good not to. Alright, so that's 0. It saves me some energy now as well. Okay, so those are my 3 cards with Stone. With Volcano, let's gain a power card, gain 3 energy. I'd like to see some more majors, so I'm going to take a major. Don't know if anything's going to be useful here. Draw towards a Consuming Void is a fun card, especially since I have extra range with it. I could use it to wipe out, like, I could target this land and wipe out basically everything there. Huh. Destroy beasts. It's tempting. I'm not gonna do it. Volcano is a good spirit to get that on, just because you can target it out of range, but it's not worth it. Settle into hunting grounds. Not good on Volcano because my presence is not spread out enough. So I've got Focus the Land's Anguish and Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze. I like Thickets. I think it's probably good against Russia, and I think it's a better card than Focus. Focus is cool. But yeah, let's go with Thickets. It's fast blight removal as well, which is fantastic against Russia. So yeah, there's no reason not to take that. And I should be able to threshold it pretty reasonably. So let's just forget any Kenny Melting. Now I've already got another source of blight removal, so I don't need that. Doesn't help me threshold anything, so no reason to keep that. Get 2 more. And I don't think there's anything that's in, like, super danger this turn for Volcano, because Stone is kind of taking care of all of its stuff. So, yeah, as far as I know, I think I'm in decent shape. Let's see, Fucking Red Talons. Yeah, I should be alright. So let's take my markers back. So I can kind of just do whatever I want with Volcano. If I can deal with C2 a little bit. So with that in mind, I can't hit it with Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze. It's too far away for Quicken the Earth Struggle. I can hit it with a Pyroclastic Bombardment just to kill 1 Explorer at least, so they don't do a double Ravage there, which would be bad. And I'll be able to get Stone in there next turn, I think. Yeah, it's just so far away. Alright, well, we'll set up to deal with C2. So I'll have to do a Pyroclastic Bombardment there. It's not super efficient, but it is what it is. I'll do Lava Flows. And I don't need to Quicken the Earth Struggle, so probably just a Rain of Ash as well. And I've got 4 elements, so I can move my presence around. But this will be good. It'll give me a good amount of control, so I can deal with the coasts if I need to. Which I do. Okay, that's that. So, yeah, let's get into it. Gift of Constancy is going over to Volcano, giving them 2 energy, and each spirit gets to reclaim at the end of its turn. Reclaim 1. Pyroclastic Bombardment is going to C2, so it's 1 damage to each town and city, and to Han, and 1 damage, which I will use to kill this Explorer, and push him in here for a Fear. Then, let's see, that is it for Volcano. I'm not doing any Eruption this turn. So we go over to Stone. Stone is going to use Fly. I'm going to add a beast first, right here. Pull these 2 beasts over, as it's range 3. Then for each beast present, which is 3, choose a different invader, 1 damage to each of those invaders. So let's do the town and 2 explorers. I think that's right. Yeah. May as well call the town, so that's fine. Could just do the 3 explorers, but no, I think the town is right. Yeah. So town and 2 explorers. And then 1 extra damage to one of those because of the Badlands here, so that'll kill this town. Then push 1 per, so that'll be here. The Fucking Red Talons, this card is insane, actually. Okay. Then call the guard. I'm going to throw into... and I'm going to do the second effect, which I don't use as often, but I think it's going to be really good here against Russia. So after invaders are added or moved to target land, 1 damage to each added or moved invader. Did Gift of Constancy. I'm going to hold the island fast with a Bulwark of Will, so it's 1 energy this time, for the first time. I can take Blight from the box rather than from the card. And I've got the second level of Let Them Break Themselves against the stone. So after invaders deal 1 or more damage to target land, I do 2 damage and half the damage that the invaders going up here. So this should be a fun turn. Let's go into the invader phase. So we've got an event first. On each board in a land with exactly 1 Dahan that has or is adjacent to a city, replace that Dahan with 1 town. Well, I don't love that, but yeah, because this Dahan gets replaced. But he was going to die anyway. It just means that they're going to build a town and a city. Not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. I think that's the only one. Oh, here too. That's rough. Yeah, that's a bad one. Alright, hopefully I get a fear card that will deal with that, so I don't get a cascade. So that'll be a bad cascade. Beast's attack. Each beast deals 2 damage. So I can get a fear, push this guy in here. Reckless offensive. On each board, choose a land with at least 2 Dahan, at least 2 towns and cities. That doesn't apply. Alright, and fear card. Civil unrest on each board. Let's see, add a land not matching a Ravage card. Sure, doesn't matching Ravage card, same with this one, so that's useless. Well, I'm getting a cascade thanks to the event, but that happens. So we'll do jungles first. This one's empty. This one is going to blight. So that will destroy this presence. Fortunately, I do have a path to let it cascade into C3. I can pay 1 energy for that. This one will blight. This one will blight. Ouch. Okay, that was rough. That cascade hurts. Yeah, so that's jungles, and this one will blight as well, so I do get a blighted island thanks to that effect, actually. Before I do the blighted island, I'm going to wipe this land out, because I think sometimes the order matters here. So let's do my thing here. Get a blight in that land. Pay 1 energy to take it from the box. They are doing a lot of damage there. They are doing 6, 10, 15 damage in that land. So I'm going to be doing 9 damage back to them, plus 1 for the Badlands. So I'm doing 10 damage back to them. So this is 3. Six, because I want to destroy explorers. And then 10. Okay. And now I get to Blighted Island. I would have avoided this. So, aid from lesser spirits, that's going to be fine. It's just that now my events include Blighted Island events, and those can sometimes be nasty. Fortunately, I should have the energy to pay for the ones that I can pay for, so that's okay. So immediately draw 1 minor power per player, plus 1 more, so 3 minor powers. Give 1 to each spirit. They may be used every turn as if played, but cost no card plays and energy. And this is going to be good for elements, actually, hitting thresholds. I have 2 cards with Earth, which is fantastic. One has Earth Fire, so I'm going to take Steam Vents over on Volcano. That's my permanent card. Great card on Volcano anyway. And now it is permanently available, so that's great. And then pull Beneath the Hungry Earth over on Stone, just so I have a permanent Earth that's always there. Purifying Flame also pretty good, since I do have a lot of Blight to remove, but I have other ways of removing Blight, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay. This way it's going to be easier to hit my, my innates at higher levels. Okay, so that was all part of the Ravage. Now we go to the build. So these are done. Build is next. Build in Coastal. Got another city up here. And then explore into wetlands with the escalation. So escalation, I can put both escalation explorers into C4. Wetlands 5 is risky. Here, and then the reason that I use Call to Guard this turn is because these 2 invaders are going to get added into C2. But then, after invaders are added into target land, 1 damage to each added or moved. And the other will get pushed. Not a great place to push it, but I guess I'm going to do a counterattack somewhere anyway. So let's push him over here. That's a fear. So that's a cool effect. Alright, so escalation's done, things are added. Now we go to slow powers. I'm going to do Powered by the Furnace of the Earth, start adding my presence back on. I could pay some energy to gain a power card. It's probably worth it. I'm going to get 4 card plays and have 4 cards this turn. So I think I'll actually hold off on that with Volcano. Got Steam Vents as well, so I've actually got 5 cards out. So yeah, I think I'm good with Volcano. I'm gonna stick with what I have. With Stone, I've got Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth as a slow power now. Which is not a terrible card. Let's see, they're Ravaging Coastal. Let's see, 1 damage, it'll be 2. Maybe killing that coastal city is the way to go. So I'm going to use Lava Flows to add a Wilds and a Badlands up here. And then I'm going to use Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth on C2. It's only 1 damage, but with the Badlands there it's 2, and I can kill that city with that. So that's 2 fear. So a nice little combo. And yeah, I'm not in an amazing position, but I'm not in a bad position either. I think I'm on track. I don't have a lot of energy on Stone right now. Just 4, although I can get 6 this turn, so that's not really a problem. Okay, so what do I want to do first? So with Volcano, I can clean this up reasonably well. Maybe. Let's see. This is 1 range. Yeah, I can stop the Ravage here. That's not a problem. That's easy, actually. Um, let one Ravage go through here. That's not a big deal. Let's go for growth 3 and see what I get. I'm going to take a miner just so I can try to threshold things a little bit better. I don't have a ton of energy, so I think that's the way to go. Carapace Land is not bad. It's got good defense. Tormenting Rockflies, Call to Bloodshed, Pact of the Joint Hunt. I think Pact, let's see. Oh, those are my discards. So in order to threshold Thickets Erupt, I need an extra plant, which I can get from 3 of these cards. So let's dump Call to Bloodshed and take one of the others. Pent-Up Calamity is already thresholded, so I don't have to worry about that. So yeah, any of these are probably good. The defense might be better. Defense 6 is pretty good, and it's always a defense 6 because I have because I'm Volcano. So that's pretty good. I think that's probably the way to go. Yeah, let's go for that. It's also free, so I can save up some energy for other things. So I got my 2 energy. I'm going to get 2. I want to go from bottom. I don't have to do an eruption. Actually, I can start doing a volcano somewhere else, which might be better. If I go to C3. Yeah, it's not really closer to things, so I don't know. Let's go, yeah, the setup of the mountains on this island doesn't work for me too well, I don't think. I'm still 2 away from this land, regardless of what I do. I'm probably not going to need an eruption anytime soon, so let's go there. Yeah, I'll go over there. I'll set up another volcano somewhere and see how that works. So power card gained, added presence, get my +1 card play, and I've got 2 more energy coming from this. So I'll get a 3. And I'm just playing all my cards. I have 2 thresholded majors and a bunch of other cards. Now I keep taking the wrong set. There we go. That's what I wanted. Alright, I could force them to Ravage there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so got a couple options here. Yeah, let's figure this out. Okay, so I think I've got some good choices with the Volcano. I can deal with a lot of these lands, so let's go over to Stone. Stone... Actually, I forgot that I had Reach and Grasp, so the extra range could be helpful this turn. Especially with Quicken the Earth Struggle, because Defend 10 is great. Yeah, I might need that, so that's fine. I'm going to go top, and as part of going top, I think I want a major. So let's gain a power card, gain a major. I got Vigor, that's always a good card. And I should maybe be able to threshold it. No, I don't have... I can't this... Oh, I can this turn, actually. That is probably the way to go, then. Vigor of the Breaking Dawn. Forest of Living Obsidian is pretty good. I kind of would rather have that on Volcano. I don't have a lot of Sacred Sites, so that might not be the way to do it. And I got Pyroclastic Flow, so I got some great cards here. Unrelenting Growth, also fantastic, but at this point in the game, I want things that can actually deal with lands. So I'm between Pyroclastic Flow and Vigor of the Breaking Dawn. Both excellent cards here. Pyroclastic Flow deals with 1 land, Vigor can deal with 2, so I think I'm going to go with Vigor since I can threshold that this turn. I'm not going to get a lot of my thresholds, but that is alright. So I'll let them ravage in C, or D3 and deal with that next turn. Which means I don't have the range for that. That's both awesome cards. I think I'm gonna go for Vigor of the Breaking Dawn. Enough Dahan left on the board that I think I can get really good use out of that, and it's a pretty easy one to threshold. So I'm gonna forget, I guess, Gift of Constancy. Maybe I'll forget Flocking Red Talons, but that card is also really good. So yeah, let's forget Gift of Constancy, as nice as that is. And do I want to go? Really know which one's better. Let's see, I'm growing into D3. How much earth am I going to have? I've got 3 card plays, so I'm doing Vigor, Stubborn Solidarity, and Reaching Grasp. So I don't have a lot of earth. I've only got 3. And this will use my remaining. So defend there. I would like to get in this land, but I'm not sure that I can. No, I should be fine. Yeah, no, that'll be okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, so that's all set. So I could go top and go for that 4th card play. And I think that's what I prefer. The Reclaim one here is pretty good as well. But I can kind of get into a Reclaim loop now that I've got Vigor, so yeah, so let's go for an extra card play for that. So going from top, I want to go in here. I get 6 energy. Vigor and Flocking Red Talons. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, I think I'm all set. So let's go. Reaching Grasp is going over to Volcano, since it's got +2 range with all my powers. Crazy. I'm going to use Carapace Land to defend 6. That's going to go into C3, just doing 4 damage, so that's fine. I might not let a Ravage go through on this board. That would be... I would rather have one go through. A Blight, that is. But I don't think I am. We'll see. Alright, so yeah, we'll figure out. So I've got a lot of stuff going on this turn. So Carapace lands, defending 6 there, that's fine. Vigor of the Breaking Dawn I'm going to use here in D1, so it's 2 damage per Dahan in target land. Maybe I can defend that one instead. So yeah, let's defend this one instead. I think that's fine. So from this land, defending 6 into here with Carapace land. How much damage are they doing? They're doing a lot. So I'll also have to do a Steam Vents here. I'm going to destroy this town. for 1 fear with Steam Vents. So 6 damage, defended 6, so that should be fine, even if they add an extra damage from an event. Vigor, instead, is going here to C3, so it's 2 damage, so 6 damage here, which will push this guy somewhere else. No, I'm not going to do it there, because I'm not going to defend that this turn, so I think here, just so I don't get another hunting ground. And that's an extra... Did I do my fear for that? I don't think I did, so that'll be 2 fear, 1 for the town, 1 for the explorer. I think I'm 1 away from my other fear bomb, so that's a little scary. 2 turns to set up for it, and rather than having it come right now. Stop it now, that's okay. And then I'll push these 2 guys into C2. In that land, 2 damage per Dahan, so that's going to be 5 because of the 2. It's not going to be enough. Shoot. Well, I can still deal. So that's okay. So 5 damage, so 2 towns get destroyed for 2 fear. 1 of these explorers gets destroyed, but instead of getting destroyed, he gets pushed. I'll push him into C5. That's a fear. Odds are that I'll get a fear card that will deal with that lone explorer, so that's okay. Next, let's use Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze, which I have thresholded. I'm going to use that into C5 to do 4 damage. Push this guy out, and I'll push him in there, because I'm dealing with that land. Actually, I'll push him in here. Well, no, I can completely stop that land from doing anything. So yeah, I'll push him into the C1. I get an extra fear because I have that thresholded. I'm going to remove this blight. So Thickets Erupt is pretty nice. Still got Pent Up Calamity, still got Quicken the Earth Struggles. So Quicken the Earth Struggles, I'm going to do a defend 10 up here, which I can do because I have extra range from Reaching Grasp. And where do I want to do Pent Up Calamity? I could do it here and just get rid of this Explorer so that he doesn't Ravage, so I guarantee that. It's kind of a waste of Pent Up Calamity to use it on a lone Explorer, but it is 2 fear, so it's not awful. But if I can use it somewhere else, that would be great. And I have 5 range from this mountain thanks to Reaching Grasp, so pretty much I can target the whole board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just can't target that corner, which is okay. Let's see, I've got 3 Earth. So, I don't have a fantastic target for that otherwise. Aside from adding Strife and stuff like that, so... Yeah, let's do it. I'm just gonna do 3 damage here, 4 damage, and kill that Explorer, which means he gets pushed instead. And I'll push him... I don't have a great place to push him. I can push him into C5 and they build there again. That's fine. So, 1 more fear. So I've used, or actually 2 fear, because 1 from the card as well. And I'm 1 fear away from getting that extra build, so it's gonna happen. So I might want to just do it now, if I can. If I did an eruption, I could get it. I don't think I can. So let's hold the island fast with a Bulwark of Will with my 3 Earth, and let them break themselves against the stone. The first level I'm going to use in this land here. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of danger here this turn. Let's see, they're going to Gonna get a second build card. I can't really stop that. Actually, I can. I can do other things. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't have to get the extra fear. So it depends on the event. We'll see. Let's go to it. So, event. I also can do Stubborn Solidarity somewhere. I'll just do it here. So let's defend there. Just because I don't need it anywhere else. Okay. Blighted Island, it lands without Blight. It takes without Blight, it takes only 1 damage to add Blight. That's totally fine. Then Grim Toll. On each board, choose a land with disease. I don't have one, so that's fine. Tell the old stories. Each spirit with at least 2 Dahan among its lands either reclaims 1 power card or regains a unique power that it previously forgot. I'm gonna do that. I have really just so I have another card to forget. With stone. Let's see. Actually, nah, reclaiming's better, I think. Unless I just want to reclaim Loop Vigor, but I don't think that I need to. So let's reclaim Flopping Red Talons. Or call the guard. Lots of good options here. I'll leave Flocking Red Talons. Each player removes 1 explorer or town from an inland land. Nice. And I am in Terra level 2, so if I can get rid of all of the towns on the board, towns and cities farther away, then I win. So let's go with removing towns. Well, they're going to build towns, though, so... So maybe I just stop builds instead. Let's get that guy. And they are going to get the... Well, no, I'm going to keep them from getting the Fear Bomb until the slow phase, so I can plan for it a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, that's fine, because then I'll have an outlet for that guy to go to. Yeah, I think that's okay. No. C6 is scarier, so I'll try to remove guys from there. Alright, well, maybe that'll work. And then we've got Mimic the Dahan. Each player replaces 1 Dahan or 1 explorer or town with 1 Dahan in a land with 2 or more Dahan. That's pretty good. So let's see. This one's getting emptied, so I'll just put them both in here. So why not? Okay, Ravage and Coastal. So defended 10, empty, empty. So I'm not getting Ravage on this board, but that's fine, because I can put towns and stuff in here, so that is, it actually is okay. I've got a dumping ground for Russia 6. So that's fine. Then we've got this land, so I'm going to pay 2 to take this from the box. And I do 2 damage back to invaders, which I'm going to do to the city, not the town or the explorers, because I don't want that extra fear just yet. Ah, shit. I'm going to get it anyway from here. Can isolate that. So, well, we'll see what happens with this build. So I get 1 fear. Can I have avoided that? Not really. Yeah, not really. Okay, Let's just put that guy in there, because they're not ravaging this turn. It'll be next, and I can... Okay, that's a fear. Just enough to get that fear bomb. And let's see what it is. Jungle Sands? Sands is good, actually. That's fine. We build in wetlands, jungles, and sands. It's a lot. Wetlands first. Jungles are in decent shape. So I was actually pretty well prepared for that. And sands. 2 cities, though, is not ideal. Okay. And then explore into mountains with the escalation. And they are going to do a bunch of ravages. So let's stack up here. This one I have to hit 2 on that coast, which unfortunately is a jungle, but I should have the card plays to deal with it. Mountains, that's fine. And we're good, and then we've got Russia 6 effect, which is going on board C. But I have a place to dump that, and it's going to be in my volcano. Let me get an explorer there too. Okay, so it's looking pretty good actually. I'm not too upset about this. I'm 3 fear cards away from Terror level 3. I could possibly win this in Terror level 2. So that's how it goes. So let's do slow powers. Pull beneath the hungry earth. So I'm going to do 2 damage into this land, 1 fear as well. Kill that city. Kill an explorer and push it out into this land. I think is fine. That's a good target for a vigor if I decide to do that. Okay. It's all coming together. So that was Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth. And I think I have Powered by the Furnace of the Earth as well, so I can... I need a big eruption over in C7, so I guess I will get ready for that. Doesn't have to be too big. And I think that board should be dealt with okay, maybe. So let's move presence over here just so I can have a bigger stack. No, I don't need to. I can stay there. Because I'll do an eruption here, but just to stop them from ravaging, really. I'm fine with them building in that land, because then I can do another eruption the next turn if I need to. So that is okay. I'm not going to pay for any power, so yeah, I'm good. Let's discard cards and go back to growth. Alright. I'm going to be reclaiming on Volcano, which is fine. And I think I might reclaim with Stone as well. So let's do Volcano first. Reclaim, gain 3 energy. Gain a power card. Things are looking good. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get Pyroclastic Flow for Volcano, but I shouldn't need it. I'm good on thresholds. I'm good on pretty much everything. So I could just fish for a major and see if I can get something like, I guess if I get like Storm Swath, that so let's fish for it and see if I get something good. No Storm Swath. Rinds of Rust and Atrophy is not terrible. Spill Bitterness, probably not gonna happen. Would be better for Stone. Cleansing Floods I can't play, so that's out. Twisting Flowers Murmur Ultimatums is pretty good now that the terror level is 2. And I can threshold that very easily. It's slow, but I think that's fine. I've got a lot of Ravages happening, but I have a lot of ways to defend those Ravages, so I think I'll be in pretty good shape. I can let C5 Ravage, that doesn't matter. I can defend C1 with my defend 10. They're doing 11 damage there, so just enough. So yeah, that's all good. So yeah, I don't really need Winds of Rust and Atrophy. I've got enough defense cards. So I think I like Twisted Flowers Murmur Ultimatums here. And I will forget Rain of Ash, maybe? Lava Flows. I think I'll forget Lava Flows. Alright, so Twisted Flower is a little expensive. I probably won't play it this turn, but it's good to have. 2 more energy, so I only have 6. Don't love that. And I forgot my gain energy card. But let's quicken the Earth Struggles. Probably Erupt Thickets. I do need to deal with some of these inland sands, so yeah, Thickets erupt with every touch of breeze. I'm not gonna threshold that if I... Oh, I don't have the energy. Shoot. Wow. Well, I can remove Blight. I guess I need to go top track. I have 3 card plays, but I don't have much energy. I need to do a Carapace Land. I think Thickets Erupt is still good here, so yeah, I'm gonna go with that. And hopefully I'll be able to save up a little energy, so even though I'm not... what is my plan? I had a plan. Probably just can't keep Russia 6 going, like, indefinitely. I should be alright. I think, yeah, I should be good. I think I'm doing it. Alright, so let's stick with that for Volcano. With Stone... Loud cat outside my door. I like Flocking Red Talons. Need to do something there. Yeah. I don't want to reclaim, but I think I might have to. It doesn't hurt too much as Stone though, so it's probably okay. So yeah, let's reclaim. Gonna add a presence from top, which does give me a minor. And I've got a couple places I do need to defend, so I could go here, here, or here. I think... I think this is better. I don't love putting a 3-stack on there, but I think I need to. This is also an issue. But maybe I could let that cascade. It's a bad cascade. I'll figure something out for it. Okay. So that's that. I'm reclaiming. I gain a minor. I've got strong and constant currents. That's good. Call the isolation is good. Especially if I can push out of C3. It helps me threshold things too. Call to isolation in this set. I've got 4 card plays. I got 6 energy. Man, these tracks are just ridiculous. And that, yeah. Let's do another vigor. Should be able to threshold that pretty easily. So let's do call to isolation. I'm going to need to give extra range over to Volcano, so reach and grasp. And I'd like one more earth. One earth period. Call to guard. No, I wanted flocking red talons, so I'll do a little bit of risky play here and go with that. Okay. I don't get an earth from that. Shoot. That's okay. I think 1, 2, 3, 4 should be enough. I can kill a city with that, so that's fine. Okay. So I've got 4 earth. Let's get into my fast powers. I'm going to be using Let Them Break Themselves Against the Stone just at the first level. I'm going to be using that up here into the 7. Call the isolation. I'll push this guy out of there into not that land. No, that. Let's do it. No, I'll do it here. Over there. Reach and grasp going over to Volcano. Then I'm going to do Vigor of the Breaking Dawn into this land. So that's enough damage. 1 fear for pushing this guy. I have a threshold for Vigor, so I'm going to push 2 of those to Han into D3. And do 4 more damage there. That's 2 fear. Flocking red talons. I'm going to use on this land, so I add a beast. Can move up to 2 beasts within range there, so I'm going to do that. Then I do 1 damage for each beast, so that's 3 damage. Push one of these guys up into there. And then I get a push as well, so that push is going to push them there. Okay. Might have a fatal cascade here. We'll see what happens, though. So I think I've used all of my cards, and I can send this over to Volcano. So Volcano's got extra range. I'm going to quicken the Earth Struggles and defend 10 over in C1. Then I'm going to do Carapace Land, so it's defense 6 somewhere. Oh, it works out. I can Steam Vents this Explorer and just destroy him. And the destroyed Explorer will go up here for a fear. Haven't used Carapace Land yet. I have 2 extra range, 1 extra range if I'm targeting the lands with beasts, but I don't need that. So So I think I can use Carapace land up in this land to defend that 6. And Thickets are up with every touch of breeze. I'm going to use on this land here. So it's 2 damage. Kill 2 of these explorers. 1 will get pushed up here. And I get a fear, and I'm going to remove this blight. And finally, I'm going to do a volcanic eruption. So I don't need to do a huge one, but I think I might do 4 just because I get all the fear. It's a little risky because I could get a Blighted Island event that will just add blight to that board, but I have a lot of blight to give actually, so I think this is fine. I'm going to collapse in a from this land, which will do 5 damage in this land. I'll kill the town and 3 explorers, one of which I'll push there. For a fear, and 1 for the town. And then 4 damage into this land. So that will kill the town and an explorer. 2 more fear. And 4 fear for the card itself, or for the power itself. For destroying poor presence. And I don't think that I have a way to get 2 more fear to get that extra fear card, but I am getting very close to Terra level 3. There's 2 cities. They're building any, so I'm getting there. I'm getting close to the win. And I think that was everything. Yep, I'm good. So let's go to an event. I've got Festering Pits and Blight, yep. So add 1 Blight to a land with at least 2 Blights, but do not cascade. Alright. On each board with invaders, so just that 1. That's okay. Lingering Plagues on each board, add 1 disease. Ignore disease during builds this invader phase. Okay, let's go there. Fierce Main, 1 fear per land with invaders where Dahan outnumber towns and cities. So that's going to be 1. Just okay. 2 fear cards, Terra level 2. 1 explorer into a land with towns and cities, or gather 1 town into a land with cities. So this one's not defended. Could gather both in there, but that's a bad idea. I think I'm just going to let it blight. I'm not super worried about it. They'll take another beast, but I've got a bunch on the board, so it's alright. So, is there... And I want to let this one go through so they don't get the Russia 6 effect. So I don't know if there's really a place that I want to do this, honestly. I could stop the build over in the corner there, but I don't think I need to. Yeah, I don't have a place that I want to do this. I'm just gonna let that stuff happen. So, yep, no seek safety. Emigration accelerates. Each player removes 1 explorer or town from a coastal land. Sure, that's good. Well, I could stop this from happening, so that's good. So let's remove both of those explorers. Okay, fear card done. Let's go into the invader phase. They're going to ravage in wetlands, jungles, and sands. So this one's defended 10. They're doing 11 damage, so not enough. Empty. Empty. They will blight there, which is totally fine. Empty. Empty. This board, empty, empty, empty. This one's defended 6, they're doing 6 damage. This one will blight from the card. And this one will blight from the box. And I'll do 2 damage back to them and kill that city, thanks to the Badlands. So I'm 7 fear away from terror level 3, and there are only 2 cities left. And I should be able to kill them both without too much trouble. And that's all my ravages. So, survived the Russia bombs. Next is going to be the build in mountain. Just those. And then explore in sands and mountains. No more escalations. And I'm going to want to finish this game off pretty soon, I think. It's getting a little scary. Okay, so that's that. Alright, so I do have a fear card. I'm 7 fear away. I need to kill these 3 cities. I can kill one with... I think I can kill both with Volcano. And that'll be 4 fear. And should do it in the fast phase. Yeah. Let's discard cards and go back to growth. I do have slow powers, so I'm going to do Powered by the Furnace of the Earth to add this presence back. I don't think I had any cards, right? No, my cards were fast. I do have Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth, though, which is intriguing. Can't kill a city with that, but I can get some fear. So let's do that up here. It's going to be 3 damage, so I can kill a town. And that's 2 fear. Okay. Yeah, I think I've got this. I think I do. So I'm going to go to the next turn. I'm doing another reclaim on Volcano, so hopefully I do have the energy for what I'm about to try. I'm gonna have 5. Let's go for a minor. And none of these help me out with my thresholds that I need for Thickets Erupt and Pent Up Calamity. But that's fine. So I'll just take, like, Savage Mobbies, I guess. Or, no, I'll just take Sap the Strength, just in case something bad happens and I counted wrong. I can use that. Got my energy. I'm going to play Pent Up Calamity as well as Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze. And I just need 1 plant. And then I've got this game won, I think. So Carapace Land is free. That'll let me kill the 3 cities. It doesn't matter what I do with stone, so I'm not going to bother doing its turn just to save some time. Because there are only 2 cities left on the map. I'm 5 fear away from terror level 3. So what I'm going to do is play Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze with the threshold. 2 range away into D4. With threshold, it does 4 damage. That's 3 fear. Removes this blight. And then I'm doing Pent Up Calamity into this land. It's not thresholded, so I'm just removing 3 damage, destroys that city. Pushes me into terror level 3. No cities left on the board, which means that I win. So that was a nice win against Russia level 6. With Stone, very powerful spirit, so I think they helped out a lot. But Volcano had his board under control pretty well, and I do think these spirits helped each other out. There was a lot of back and forth between them with energy, thanks to some power cards that I gained. Overall, a very fun game. Play Russia 6, the more I enjoy it. I struggled with Russia a lot at first when I was more an intermediate player doing into Russia 3. I thought it was very challenging. It's still a difficult adversary, but yeah, Russia 6, fun challenge. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the Stone Volcano combo. It's very powerful into Russia specifically, I think. And yeah, that's about it. Those are my thoughts. Good combination. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next week for part 7, where I take on Scotland level 6. And I think that will be my last two-handed game of this series. When I get to Habsburg Mining Expedition, I'm going to do another true solo. That way, with these 8 games, I have 4 true solo and 4 double spirit games. So that's my plan, and we'll see how that goes. Take care, everyone.